Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. Once you label me, you negate me. People demand freedom of speech as a compensation for the freedom of thought which they seldom use. The tyrant dies and his rule is over. The martyr dies and his rule begins. Anxiety is the dizziness of freedom. There is nothing with which every man is so afraid as getting to know how enormously much he is capable of doing and becoming. Patience is necessary, and one cannot reap immediately where one has sown. Boredom is the root of all evil, the despairing refusal to be oneself. Faith is the highest passion in a human being. Many in every generation may not come that far, but none comes further. Life has its own hidden forces which you can only discover by living. People understand me so poorly that they don't even understand my complaint about them not understanding me. Marriage brings one into fatal connection with custom and tradition, and traditions and customs are like the wind and weather, altogether incalculable. It belongs to the imperfection of everything human that man can only attain his desire by passing through its opposite. During the first period of a man's life, the greatest danger is not to take the risk. The more a man can forget, the greater the number of metamorphoses which his life can undergo. The more he can remember, the more divine his life becomes. People commonly travel the world over to see rivers and mountains, new stars, garish birds, freak fish, grotesque breeds of human. They fall into an animal stupor that gapes at existence, and they think they have seen something. Listen to the cry of a woman in labor at the hour of giving birth. Look at the dying man's struggle at his last extremity, and then tell me whether something that begins and ends thus could be intended for enjoyment. It seems essential in relationships and all tasks that we concentrate only on what is most significant and important. The paradox is really the pathos of intellectual life, and just as only great souls are exposed to passions, it is only the great thinker who is exposed to what I call paradoxes, which are nothing else than grandiose thoughts in embryos, thoughts in embryo. Old age realizes the dreams of youth. Look at Dean Swift. In his youth, he built an asylum for the insane. In his old age, he was himself an inmate. Trouble is the common denominator of living. It is the great equalizer. Because of its tremendous solemnity, death is the light in which great passions, both good and bad, become transparent, no longer limited by outward appearances. Don't forget to love yourself. To dare is to lose one's footing momentarily. Not to dare is to lose oneself. I see it all perfectly. There are two possible situations. One can either do this or that. My honest opinion and my friendly advice is this: do it or do not do it. You will regret both. Our life always expresses the result of our dominant thoughts. The highest and most beautiful things in life are not to be heard about, nor read about, nor seen, but, if one will, are to be lived. Love is all, it gives all, and it takes all. What is a poet? An unhappy person who conceals profound anguish in his heart, but whose lips are so formed that as sighs and cries pass over them, they sound like beautiful music. We hope you like these quotes from Danish theologian Søren Kierkegaard. Which quote you like most, let us know in the comments, and subscribe to our channel to get more valuable videos.